Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 206 and we need to finish off our weekend league today. So we're 9-2 right now, which definitely got better considering we were 4-2. We lost a couple games pretty early on, which I don't want to do, obviously. I want to go 10-0, or 14-0 ideally. That would be the least possible amount of stress. However, we've already lost a couple, so we've got them out of the way. Let's just move on, carry on, get some wins, and we'll be all good. So we only need 5 more wins, because as you know, I played to 14 wins. I feel like that is the very best place you can finish just for like productivity and like time management. I feel like that's the you get the most for the actual, like, I don't want to say least amount of effort, because it is still a fairly tedious thing and stressful thing to put yourself through, the weekend league. It's not, but even if we got up to like 20 wins, you still get 2 red players. Now, I've changed my tone on reds. I actually do not care if we get bad ones. I almost welcome it, because I want to get up to like 11 usable players to then stick into another one of those 86 plus SBCs. So hopefully we get some absolutely god-awful reds in the next few weeks. That's what I'm saying, because then it gives us a good shot of getting a decent one later on. So yeah, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. This first game right here is going a bit weird. Like, it's 2-2 at the moment. The guy had a real good team and lots of icons and icon moments and stuff. Aubameyang plays it into Nedved. That's a really good, that's like a total football goal. The way that pass and move and the flow of it went, I love that. And that was Red Pogba to end up actually scoring the goal for us. But he turns and strikes with absolute force with Quincy Promes there. So 3-3 at half-time. Just didn't know how this game was going to go. I was on edge the whole time. Luckily, I was getting some goals. But then in the second half, it all just went so bad for us. I concede to Blanc, which is fair enough. He's good in the air. And then Virgil makes a huge mistake, or I just completely mess up. And Kluivert is going to head that on home because he's got brilliant aerial ability. Salah then plays it into Ibra. Ibra back to Kluivert. Kluivert turns, strikes, goal. It's like I go from 3-3, and actually I was the one that was going into the lead and stuff, to 6-3 down. I mean, I get a goal back kind of at the end with Ibra, but there's still enough time for him to score another one. He brings on that Leon Bailey, who I decided not to get. However, like, I know was dangerous last year, but he scores an open goal header, so I don't know what you can really rate from that. But a 7-4 loss. Yeah, like, that's not great, is it? So we're now 9-3, still got 5 games to win if we want to get up to 14. We go into this next one here. Nice team, couple icons in there, lots of meta players and stuff. I need to come away with a victory though. It doesn't start well when 10 minutes on the clock you give away a penalty and Baggio steps up and sticks it down the middle when I dive one way. So I'm 1-0 down, 10 minutes on the clock, and I had kickoff, so really it should have been my first opening few minutes of this game. My opponents managed to turn that on me. I play it into Richarlison, into Nedved, somehow get past the defender, back to Richarlison, low driven at the near post. That's going to be our equaliser, and I felt like that was coming for a while. We then push down this left hand side with the very dangerous Mbappe. El Tornado whipped that one in, and that's an insane header. That actually is a ridiculous header from Richarlison to get that one past Courtois with such venom. So yeah, we're 2-1 up. It's a very even game. It really could have gone either way, but I just luckily had the opportunities to. I mean, Zlatan there, instead of crossing it in, which I'd been doing all game long, as you know, I do use and abuse the crosses. I decided to La Croqueta and play it across the box on the ground, and that worked out for us a treat. And then, he starts getting a bit stressed out, I think, gives a penalty away with Sergio Ramos. I step up with Zlatan, stick it down the middle, and just like his icon did in the first half, we were able to get get a goal with a penalty as well. Zlatan then turns the defender, strikes and scores. It's like we've just turned this game around so quick. It went from one of those super close ones to I've just absolutely annihilated. And then I think the last 2 goals here, he wasn't even playing. So I don't know, I just saw the game out, got a couple extra goals, and then realised, you know what, if I just hold the ball, probably going to be alright. But he quit in the end anyway. Like, I thought he was holding on for his rank points, but again, with 10 minutes to go, he decides to dashboard his Xbox and quit. I don't know, what are these people doing? If you're 7-1 down or 7-2 down or something, just stick around, you know, get the rival points. It was only 10 minutes away from an extra 400, unless you just don't care about them, I guess. So we get a win there. 10-3, I think we are. We can move on to this next one. A nice colourful squad. It reminds me a little bit of what we used to have. There was a lot of similar players to what we've used over our Road to Glory this year. And I get an opening goal with Aubameyang, a couple Lac Roquettes and stuff. We then whip it in to Richarlison again. That ball across from Mbappe into the back post for Richarlison works an absolute treat. It genuinely is just so OP, and I do use that when I feel like I need the goals, and Champs is one of those situations where you really need the goals, and then that was enough to send him over the edge. I said in the last episode that I was going to try and get a rainbow flick volley goal, and we were able to actually get one. So yeah, we get a 3-0 win and a rage quit, and that was just, instead of the cross, I decided to fake Rabona, get it over the defender, and then try a shot in the far corner. And it worked out. So 11-3 now. We push through to the next one. This guy's got a nice team. There's lots of players there that can do me damage. It's a solid defence. Guendouzi, Ballack and Cam De Bruyne is obviously going to work. And then Mahrez and Neymar I'm worried about. Not so much Bobby Firmino anymore. I don't think he's super meta or anything right now. Like, he used to be great, but then when the finesse shots stopped working, he almost just became a little bit too slow. But we go 1-0 up, literally early in the match. And then Neymar pushes it out wide after a deflection there from Aurier. De Bruyne plays it back to Ballack to Firmino, and Guendouzi strikes an absolute belter. I don't remember him doing that for me, but maybe we didn't really shoot with him, because he has got all right stats in the long shot department and stuff. But anything he can do, I can do better with my Frenchman. That is Mbappe, yeah, because he's a god. He actually is so good. I want like a TOTS version of Mbappe, but I don't think I'll ever be able to afford it, because he's just going to be so expensive. But I give a penalty away. Literally leads my opponent to getting the equaliser. And you can see there, I've had the worst half. He's been all over me and had way more opportunities. I've just literally scored the 2 opportunities that I got. And then he finally goes 3-2 up with a lovely strike from Mahrez. Beautifully curled round. And it goes in off of both posts. But it's time for me to start my resurgence. Get back in this game. I hit the inside of the post and it drops kind of fortunately to my Aubameyang, so that we can get the equaliser. And then Pogba intercepts really well. He's now playing that in that advanced cam role for the second half. Plays it to Aubameyang, and I decide to go super low power finesse at the front post, and it actually worked out for us, and we were able to hold that game. I would say, despite being kind of dominated, we come away with a victory. So that's one of our lucky wins this weekend. So we're now up to 12. Moving on to the next one. I would say this guy had a team, and then he got a red Mbappe from the... I reckon he did the 86 plus and got red Mbappe, which is very lucky. GG's. But you could see he moved his goalkeeper there, so he was expecting the cross. I didn't cross. I ended up playing it back in and hitting the low driven. So that worked out awesome. Early goal, 1-0 up. Literally from that kickoff that he took, we steal the ball back. Nedved pushes down this wing, spots an open Aubameyang in the box, 2-0 up, 5 minutes on the clock. At this point, I am going for it. I really want early wins. I want rage quits. I want to get to my 14 wins and stop. El Tornado, Aubameyang, 3-0, 9 minutes on the clock. I don't know how he didn't just quit. But he decided to play on until I think it was like the end of the first half. I started to make my changes as to, the players that I wanted to bring on. And then he quits right there. So, yeah, he was out of there at that point. 3-0, we'll take the victory. And that's now 13-3. So we just need one more to get our where we normally finish. And the team we come up against is this. And I was like, damn, that's meta. There's loads of good players in there. You can see what he's going to do. 4-2-3-1 or 4-1-2-1-2 maybe. That Cancelo's going to go right back. The Milinkovic-Savic is going to go CDM with Blanc, and then he's going to have lots of great players up front, including Zlatan and Ronaldo, which we used to use, and we know how well that works. But I steal an early goal with Nedved. Yeah, I literally like take it off the keeper. He was obviously trying to be a bit confident, and I took it off him, stuck it in the back of the net. We get a corner here, 12 minutes on the clock, and Aubameyang rises to put it into the back of the net. We're good at the headers with Aubameyang. He's a beast. He's literally contributed so much to the club. One of the most worthwhile SBCs I've done this year. It literally cost me nearly my whole club when we did him. But my goodness, has he paid that back and some. So second half comes around. We bring on Milinkovic-Savic at DM. Alonso goes to DM. Militao comes on. Richarlison comes off. Ibra comes on wide cam. Pogba'S now at central cam. So that's how we're going to try this going forwards. That's going to be like my second half team. Because Nedved I don't mind bringing off. And Pogba in that more advanced role is super useful. I really like him there. We get our 3-0 goal. A nice ball in, and Ibra's obviously going to win the headers there. However, I'm not going to make it easy for myself. I'm actually going to make it pretty difficult for myself to come away with a final win here. El Tornado cross to the back post, and Ben Yedder's there to rise. One thing I didn't realise is this Ben Yedder's got really good jumping, so he's actually an aerial threat. So he had Ben Yedder, he had Ibra, he had Ronaldo, and he was trying the El Tornados constantly, a little bit like how I do it. You know, it does just show you that everyone else tries to do it as well. He was successful one time out of the whole game. He did get back into it, but that we were able to hold off and get our 14 wins to hit gold 3. So 14-3 this week. Pretty happy with that. We've done very well. We're up to literally about 700,000 coins. Once a few more contracts sell, we'll go over that amount, and I will just keep listing gold rare contracts because why not? If they sell, they sell. We make a little bit more. And if eventually I'm going to get to a point where I have a couple hundred left, but they're all untradeable. So I'll just keep them and use them. And then any new tradable ones we get, I'll just try and sell along the way. So another swap deals player won there with that game, or with the game before it, I think it was. We get Piszczek, but not the one that we all know and love. It is a bronze one. So another foot swap added to the club. We can stick them into the foot swap squad that we've got on the bench. And we're now up to 4. So I want Munier, and I also want Werner or Pepe. Just an 87 rated inform. And that's just a... so I need 7 for Munier. So I need 3 more. And then after that, I need I don't know, another 3 or 5, I think it is. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap things up for this episode. We finished our weekend league, 14-3. Pretty happy, you know, with the overall result there. Liking the squad. I like Pogba in the second half when he's in the more advanced role. Do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow the Twitter, follow the Insta there down below as well. And of course, have a lovely day, everyone. I'll catch you next time. Peace.